Hi, I'm Seb, this is Danny from Paslode UK.
And we're here today to show you guys a step-by-step procedure of how to clean your tools. The tools we're using today are the IM360 framing nailer, and we also have the PPN35Ci positive placement nailer. Both tools, the cleaning procedure is exactly the same.
Before we get into the cleaning, I'm just going to make the tool safe, so we're going to first of all remove the nails. We're going to press the button on the magazine. We're going to remove the battery and also take out the fuel cell by pressing the ejecting button on the side of the tool. Once you press that button, you will release some shots of gas, which is nothing to worry about. First part of the cleaning process, we're going to start removing the shoulder screws from the rear of the tool. We're going to use the Allen key provided in the kits and just remove all 4 screws.
As you'll see throughout the cleaning today, Seb will be using the Paslode cleaner, the Paslode oil and the lint-free cloth. At Paslode we provide and offer these cleaning kits from any Paslode dealer with the 3 parts included.
We've removed the 4 screws at the rear of the tool. Part of the rear cap, you will have your filter, which is all contained into one unit there. So you can put that to the side. If you want to clean it, you can just get your Paslode spray and just spray directly onto the filter.
This new cap has been designed to last. If you do find that the filter's got any holes or tears, you would need to replace the whole part.
Now we've got access to the rear of the tool, we're now going to remove the cables relating to the spark unit, which is the black one, and the white one, which relates to the fan unit. In addition to that, there's a lug that holds the 2 cables in position, which we're just going to gently fold down to gain access. At this stage, we're going to twist the fan unit and gently remove, being careful not to damage the blades in that process. Once we've done that, we're going to start the procedure of cleaning the system there. What we're going to do first is take off the O-ring. So we're going to gently pinch the O-ring to the side, which will allow us a little overlap, which we can gently ease off the O-ring, ready to replace it.
It's worth mentioning, Seb, that the O-rings are not reusable and should be replaced with a new one upon every cleaning the tool. Here at Paslode, we do recommend that these CI tools get cleaned every 50,000 shots. There's an indicator light on the tool that informs you, the user, that the tool needs to be cleaned. You'll see an alternative red and green flicking light that gives you an indication that the tool needs cleaning every 50,000 shots.
We're now going to use the Paslode spray, intensive spray, to clean the fan unit. Any overspray onto any of the electrics doesn't really matter because the cleaner will evaporate anyway. Once we've cleaned that sufficiently, we will then add the new O-ring by simply repeating the process of removal by putting it in one angle and just slowly feeding your finger all the way around till it sits in the recess which is provided.
The reason why we do replace the O-rings is the O-rings get old, get worn, they gain a flat spot. We want that old O-ring out the tool.
Now, the insides of the combustion chamber is, again, it's just a process of giving it a clean, so we're going to use the intensive tool cleaner again. Before we do that, we're going to push the combustion chamber right down to the bottom so we can gain access to the full chamber and give it a proper clean and intensively.
You'll notice here that Seb will have the tool down at an angle so that the residue from the cleaner drops out the tool and it doesn't come out the front end of the tool.
Once we've done this part, we're going to use our lint-free cloth again to get inside the tool, give it a full clean and remove any of the excess cleaner solution and any dirt that you may find inside there. Now we've got access to the insides of the tool, we're now going to apply the lubricant which is provided in the kits and also the cleaner. We're going to apply simple drops to the interior of the combustion chamber and also to just the outside of the combustion chamber here, which will run along the top of our O-ring. Once we've done that, we're just going to simply spread it evenly with our finger to make sure it's evenly applied.
Seb, it's worth pointing out that the Paslode gas has the lubricant within the gas cell itself, so every time you fire the tool, the chamber is being lubricated. If the chamber gets dirty, full of carbon and dry, there's resistance for the piston to work, will slow the tool down. So it's really important to keep that chamber area lubricated at all times.
So now we have the lubricant inside the combustion chamber, we're now going to spread it evenly throughout the chamber by moving the piston back and forth. Easiest way to do this is by removing the quick release knob on the side of the tool, which will let us remove the magazine and give us access to the piston at the front of the tool here. What we're now going to do is push the piston back and forth until we feel it evenly spread, and it's a nice smooth process, and we're going to repeat that, and every time you do this it will spread the lubricant within the combustion chamber. Now I'm sufficiently happy with that, I'm going to push the piston back to a start position before putting the tool back together. Simply do that, we reverse the processes that I've just followed. So I'm going to put the magazine back onto the tool, tighten the quick release knob, make sure it's nice and safely tight on there. Everything's done hand tight with these tools.
Okay, so the next step for Seb, before replacing the cylinder head into the tool, is cleaning the new O-ring. 3 or 4 dabs onto the O-ring using your Paslode oil, use your finger and wipe it around the O-ring. Being very careful of the fan itself. Now Seb is going to apply and return the cylinder head into the tool, putting it in on the angle. This is quite tricky. Be careful as Seb lays the tool down to pinch the outer casing of the tool and twist and return back the cylinder head.
Right, now the fan unit's back inside the tool, we're going to replace the cables relating to the lugs. We're going to follow that by the cable for the spark unit, and finally the cable that powers the fan. I'm now going to replace the filter cap and just simply screw in the 4 screws that are removed at the beginning.
As Seb is now making the tool safe, it's important that you guys keep yourselves safe while doing this procedure. We always recommend to wear gloves, and we always recommend to wear the Paslode safety goggles. Seb is using the Allen key provided by Paslode. We strongly recommend that you do this manually and don't use an electric tool to do this for cross-threading of these screws or the casing itself.
I'm now going to put my nails, battery and gas back inside the tool, ready to use.
As Seb is doing that, to remind you guys that I've got the PPN35Ci. The cleaning process is exactly the same between the 2 tools. Now we've fully cleaned the IM360Ci nailer, Seb will put the tool through its paces to show you how it performs.
Hope you can see the difference from cleaning your tool makes towards its performance.
So thanks for watching. Please comment below, subscribe. See you again.